and we do things accordingly, but when we want to correct a friend or to say something, we will say with a lot of respect and a lot of love. So I can very brutally honest, but I don't have any buffer. I just because I just don't want to dance around the issue anymore. Now I live in America long enough, and I just say what's on my mind, but I say respectfully. I don't say to hurt or to harm anyone, but I don't dance around the issue anymore. So that's it, what I'm going. I actually live in America more than I live in Vietnam. So so for that, I have no excuse with in either culture, Vietnam or America, because I should know better. So here is my scope today. The scope today, the topic is do what is matter most. Now, from time to time that you hear me talking about the formula of success. Now, a lot of people talking about the success, and they define success very much different than everybody else. And sometimes the way they go, hi Trisha, thank you very much for joining. And then the way they reach to their destination, their success can be, everybody can take different road to get to where they needed to. And because, because everybody have a different experience and everybody have a different approach, how they get to the place that they want to greet the success of greeting them. And so a lot of people, a lot of books out there talking about the law of success. For instance, I have in my hand that I have seen in 1984. I reread it and a couple of times, that is the law of success, that the Napoleon Hill. And Napoleon Hill has spent like over 25 years committed to study the principle of success. And so he is the one that talking about how to be success, is that most people will listen, because what he said have the track record, because a lot of people follow his law of success, and they have a massive success. And so therefore Napoleon Hill is the person that to follow. However, one of my mentors who has said it to me, and I don't have to read this thick book to understand it, even though I read it 3 or 4 times in 1984. But my mentor, the one told me that the success formula is do what you love, and do what you're good at it, and find the right people, the right association, the right people for you to collaborate with. And you have to take the massive action in order for you to achieve the success you want to. And also at the end, he said that he want to add on another letter, that is F, and that is faith. You have to have faith in your ability, and you have faith in the whole process, because that is how success is a ride to where it needed to. And so here is, we go back down to asking, do you know what you love? So that is the question that you must ask yourself. What do you love? What do you love to do? Perhaps you have a lot of things you love to do, but if you give it a moment, you can asking that question, and then you will find, hey Nabil, thank you very much for joining, and you will find that one will be float up there on the top, because that is what you love, and that is, you're talking about the passion, what you love to do, and what you're good at it, that's the talent. So you can be a good on a lot of things, but what are you very good at it? So now, if you find something and you really look at it and you said, I know that I'm good at this. So you do what you love and what you're good at it. And then now another challenge step is to find the right association for you to collaborate with. So, and sometimes is it's just people that come into your life and just you feel the click, and that's exactly the right people for you to collaborate with. But sometimes into the journey, you have to search high and low in order for you to find the right group of the people that to meet with you and to really collaborate with you, because the collaboration is require a lot of things, just like you have to have the mutual respect for each other, and you have to have the same, and then somebody that you can your vision with, and somebody that, and you can, you can have the differences. And then because that differences that make you become a better people at that time. When you have the collaboration and you have the group of the people you work with, if you keep on do the thinking, and you keep on presenting that idea to the group, or variety of ideas, and if like you have 10 people, 7 people say yes, yes, yes to the idea, and then there is somebody is not thinking. So collaboration is a very tough place, but sometimes that you just fall in the place, you just meet the right people, and you just feel the click. But action is just like that, the part of self-doing. If you know that you want it, and you want it badly enough, you certainly will roll up your sleeve and you go for it, and you will do it, and you will do it. You grind until you get there, and that the massive action is kind of there. Now, when you do what you love, do what you do best, and you find a dream team, a group of the people that you feel that, I find, among of those people, I just felt somebody that I can collaborate with. And then the action, if you are committed to, you do whatever it takes. And then the last thing is you have to have faith in the people you work with, have a faith in yourself, have a faith in your ability, and have faith in the project that you are doing. And that is the formula of success. Now, having said that, when, and again, the passion is just something that you have to dig deep and find it. A talent, that is your own ability, and something that you train, you have, that you give your talent, and that's something that you build over the over the time, and then because sometimes it's just like you keep on just like the skill, you keep on doing it until from the time that you do it not so good, not so great, but then you get improved in time, and at one point that you just say, I get it, and then you did it without having thinking. You do it without second thought, because you just like your muscle and your brain and everything, it just like it work accordingly, because it know its place, it just go for it. And action, and that what is that what you need to do, and then you have to do it, because if you don't do it, nothing can happen. Because you cannot go into a corporation or to have somebody to collaborate with you, because when you go in there, like I mentioned earlier, there is a mutual respect that you need come together, and you have to put in as much at your mind, your everything that you have, and because you have to put on the table, because you have to give it your all in order for you to be in sync, for you to feel the click, and for you to feel the force, the synergy, in order for you to make things happen. Now, but for the action now, and to, I didn't want to say action, and then you say, okay, action, I will do something, but you have to do the right thing. You have to do things what matter most. Now, to the people that they have a list of things to do, through the time management, I also encourage people that, before you go to sleep, before you walk out of your office, you have to have a list of things you must do tomorrow. And then, you will just say, you were asking yourself a series of questions. what do I need to accomplish tomorrow? What do I need to do? Because of when you answer what you need to do, and therefore the thing, when you know exactly what you need to do, then thing will start to say, okay, you need to call this person, you need to do this, and you need to check on the email because that the situation is pending and you're waiting for some information from someone. And that is how you try to really sort out what you need to do tomorrow. Then with all that, and then okay, so now you already have that, and keep that in mind when you're thinking, when you answer all those questions, and you let your mind work for you, and you go to bed at night. And the next morning, and people will say, okay, the next morning I just work my plan, I work on my schedule. That's right. But see, remember, when you work on your schedule, and that is the way it's supposed to do. But to the most successful people, they will just say, okay, the list of things to do, usually the thing that I write down that first come to my mind. Therefore, you have to, in the morning, you have to recommit yourself with the process of the thing you need to do today. And for instance, you will start to look at it. And Trisha, our friend, she always said that she always take a few steps backward, and then she will take a look at the whole vista, and then she approached. And that's it, correct, because see, you have to withdraw yourself from the, you have to give yourself a distance, then you can see the whole picture. And then when you see the whole picture, then you have the clear vision. And at that point, you will see clear, and you will know, you will pick out what is so essential, what needed to do. And what needed to do is what matter most. Because see, sometimes that everything seems to be important. Everything seems to have its own urgency. But again, in order for you to get things done and for you to moving forward and for you to have a productive day, you have to look into it and to think, okay, now which one it matter most? Because see, that when it matter most, it when you beginning to do it, it start to rolling, and then it one after another, because that mattering most will be lead the way. It will show you the way. It will give you get more things done. Because see, I understand as the entrepreneurs, we have our, that's why I'm go all over the place, but I want to talk about the T models. The T models that I keep on talking about, that is, if you have a job or you have the thing that you need to do in order for you to survive, and then you might want to have a T model. The one is, okay, how many hours you think that you are going to work? 40 hours, 36 hours, whatever the time, 20 hours. Okay, now you said, okay, I need to make the living, so I have to put in 20 hours on my living, to do the job, the thing that the daily thing I need to do in order for me to earning the income for a living. But again, you have to have another side of it. I mean, how many hours you want to commit it to your for your business, something that additional to your daily living, because you work regularly for your daily living, but what you dream of, what you want to do it for your business. So now the T model is, again, like I said, this is a T model. Let me see. See the T model just like that. You have one side that you said, okay, what you need to do for business, and one side you need to do the living. And, I mean, nothing equal, because, when you said, oh, everything 50-50, it's not true. So if you're lucky enough, you say, oh, I have 40 hours in a week, 8 hours in a day. Then I will do 5 hours of my living and 4 hours of for my business. But sometimes that you have to put 6 hours for your living, and you have only 2 hours to live on, to work on your business, to live your dreams. You see, that's why you need to have the clearly understanding, and then to make it into the thing that keep on driving you. Because if you want to work for a living, and that to do something that, just to taking care of your family, your love, yourself and your loved one and your family, family, wife, kids, husband, or your daily, your necessary living. But again, this is the hour that you needed. So this is you need to grow your business. And you have to have devotion. You need to make a commitment to give the time to really allotment this hour for the business. So see, when people say to me,